Welcome back to Laugh, Wind and Perspire. This week, hello, Cas. I thought we'd talk about equipment that we used at school. The things that were at school when we were there but aren't anymore. So things like when it used to be an A4 book as the register. Do you remember you used to put the little line down for who was there?
Love
in the
that.
morning?
Did you have?
And sometimes you got to take the register back to the office.
Did you have it twice a day? So one was one line, and then the afternoon you put the line through. So
sorry, did you not just hear anything I just said?
No, you just said one line, and I just said you put a line the other way for the second register.
I think because you didn't let me finish, or you didn't listen.
No, you're too busy eating bread.
Funny enough, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Talking of eating bread, school dinners.
Oh, I loved school dinners, Neens.
So did I. Other than...
Oh, go on.
Blancmange.
No, what's that? Semolina.
The skin.
Oh, I don't know. I actually could gag now.
It was bad, wasn't it?
But okay, we're taught primary school here, because when I got to senior school, that's when it all went a bit peaked on, because primary school, we got proper meals. I don't know about you, Neens. In senior school, my later years, it just became like,
there was things like burgers vans, wasn't there? And
yeah.
We used to have a hot dog van outside, so it wasn't cool to have school dinners. You go to the hot dog van. 3
packets of crisps and a Mars bar.
And then we used to get one of those lollies that it was red and green, but then it had a layer of chocolate on the outside.
Oh,
remember that? Hard lollipop, but it had chocolate on the outside.
Did it? Was it a lolly or ice cream?
No, lolly.
Don't know that one. Okay, let's do primary school. And did you have milk at school every day?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Did you have it in a little bottle
with a straw,
or a triangle carton?
No, bottle.
Bottle.
With a silver top.
And then when I didn't like it, I've never been I don't really like drinking milk. And it was always warm.
Yeah.
But my mum told me to have it because we had no money, and it was good for me.
Calcium. And then Margaret Thatcher got in, didn't she? Mrs. Thatcher, the milk snatcher.
Mrs. Thatcher, the milk snatcher.
Yeah, she stopped it all, didn't she? Yeah, God, milk. Wow.
So you had that in the mid-morning, didn't you? That was like your break.
Did. That's right, yeah.
It came in a crate.
Yes.
And you'd have you all get your bottle of milk. How lovely was that? And there were lovely little bottles, and you just peel the foil.
No, we didn't have to peel. We just pierced the
the straw.
Yeah. And then the cream was on the top, which I never liked.
I think we got ginger nut biscuits in my primary school as well.
No, we didn't. No,
you didn't.
Obviously, no, we weren't as rich as you in Essex. No, we really struggled. It was difficult.
It was tough in those days.
Yeah, it really was. We had no ginger nuts.
And then lunch.
Yeah, lunch.
What was your favourite?
They used to do like a meat pie with a short top, and I loved that.
Mince, like mince pot, mince.
Yes.
Me too, Neens.
Yeah, I really loved that.
Loved it. Short crust pastry, and it was like gravy minced, and then you'd get a hot ice cream scoop of lumpy mashed potato.
Yes, that's right. Yep. Peas. I don't remember gravy.
I'd always get given everybody else's because I loved school dinners and nobody did.
Do you remember the dessert? It was like a sponge with, I think, a raspberry jam and coconut on the top.
Desiccated coconut with a lovely custard. And do you remember the chocolate sponge and chocolate custard?
I do, but I do remember. I remember eating it because that's what I do, and never stopped. But I don't recall ever really liking it. But like I say, I drew the line at blancmange, the pink, hideous stuff. Do you know what? Well, I really felt sorry for the band when they came out in the 80s, blancmange, because they had no hope with me. The fact that they'd even called themselves blancmange, it was like, don't like you. Honestly.
Didn't like their music though, did you? I wasn't a big blancmange fan.
No. Absolutely not. And then apparatus. Do you remember when you used to get the benches for PE and then you'd turn them over and then you'd walk along the bench, wouldn't you, like a ballerina?
Balance, like do your ballerina.
Yep.
The ladder on the wall, climbing up the ladder.
Yes. And then you'd pull out the whole thing, wouldn't you?
Yes. It'd become like a massive climbing frame.
Yes.
And the ropes, like the ropes, that was attached.
Let you do that now, because I mean, you used to climb all the way up the top, didn't you? Over and then all the way down. If you'd have fallen, you'd have actually, you know, you could have quite easily broken something.
Because I don't think they used to have any mats. Yeah, I don't think they had any mats then. That would be there, like in case you fell. It would just be careful with Neens, your Dunlop volleys. Do you remember your plimsolls, your Dunlop volleys?
Plimsolls.
And if you didn't have them, there was always a box with odd plimsolls in them.
Yes, there was. Yes. And the other thing I remember, if you had white plimsolls, you used to get whitener.
Yeah.
You remember the whitener with the sponge?
Yeah. And clip. I love that.
God, I forgot all about that.
And PE, little PE skirts and PE knickers.
PE knickers and a vest we used to wear.
Yeah, actually they weren't. Yeah, we were all in pants. Can you imagine that now?
Yeah, they would never let you do that now, would they?
Never. I love that, and playing games, and then you'd be outside and playing, but it was all like good old-fashioned children's games, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then do you remember you used to also get pencil toppers? So you used to be able to put like on the top of your pencil, like there was like these little wiggly monsters. You just used to sit on the end of your pencil. You don't remember those? You used to go on the end of your pencil. It'd be like a little jelly monster.
Oh, and they had all like tentacle-y things on them. Yeah, I know.
Yes, yes.
Smelly rubber. Oh, we've discussed your rubber collection.
Oh, smelly rubbers all the way. Just brilliant. Love them. Still have the collection in the loft.
Do you think they would still, are schools still allowed, you probably know this, Neens, to have like a compass? I bet they're not, in case you stab somebody. Like you have a protractor that I've never used.
Yeah.
A compass, I think I might have used once when I was at school. Don't actually know why I need
Bunsen burners at school, and you'd have someone with a lighter and you'd put the tapper on them.
We used to dissect. We used to start. I remember like I was about 12 or 13 at senior school, and dissecting animals. I don't think you're allowed to do that now.
I dissected, not me, but the teacher. Well, no, we had to go a bull's eye.
Was it like I'm a Celebrity?
Oh, do you know what? I can't even. I just remember thinking this is disgusting.
Did Freya, because she's left senior school now, did she do cookery lessons? Did you do cookery lessons?
Home economics, yeah, for the first kind of couple of years, I think you do it. It was just an inconvenience because on Sunday evening, when all the shops had shut, she'd go, "Oh, I need to have cookery stuff for tomorrow morning." Well, that's annoying. Really annoying. Do you know when you went up later into senior school, do you remember the desks you used to have with the lids that would open?
Love.
And then you get the inkwell.
Yes, and you just draw on it. There was this boy called Paul McDermott. Paul, if you're watching, because I probably know you're not. I was in geography, and he was in geography before me. He was a year above me, and he used to write me messages on the desk.
Yeah. Do you used to cover your books?
Yes.
Oh, and what did you use to cover your books?
You know that stuff that you used to put, Mum used to put it in your kitchen cupboards, like a waxy sheet.
Yeah.
Used to put that over it.
See, I wouldn't. I used smashed hits and look-in posters of like Duran Duran or Wham, and then we'd use that.
You were called. I
never do that.
I used to just write Toya on it, or Duran Duran, or.
Were you really into Toya?
Yeah.
Were you?
I was into Toya Hazel O'Connor, and looking at a dirty old window. But no, love that, but also love Duran.
So you were actually quite like a not a run-of-the-mill kid, shall we say.
Fun Boy 3.
Yeah. So
Bananarama.
interesting that you like Duran Duran. Did you like Wham?
Babes, I was at the Wham final.
So actually, you liked a lot of things.
I have a very, and I was very soul, you know, because my mum, my home music was soul music. A very eclectic kind of genre.
Yeah, very much so. And like Hazel O'Connor, no, not at all for me.
Breaking Glass.
No.
But I think I have said this before, Neens, but I think you were the same. But I actually used to like the music that somebody I fancied liked at the same time.
Oh, mate, we've had this conversation. Yeah.
Haven't we?
I was so into Simple Minds because the boy that I liked at the time really liked them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. Did you used to have the matching lunchbox and the flask?
No, I was poor.
Oh, didn't you have that?
No, never had that. Don't want
to. It's just come up on a picture here that I'm looking at. So it had like a tin. It was like almost.
And then the flask fitted in the.
Yes.
I had a Tupperware box.
I don't think Tupperware was invented then, Cas.
My mum used to have Tupperware parties. All her mates used to come round to the house, and they'd all be going crazy over like these containers with lids that fitted, and I'd be walking and going, oh, now I get it.
Yeah. And now you've got so many lids and not enough containers.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue what fit. Nothing fits.
Yeah, they are like socks. I tell you something though, when you were at school, nothing was as good as when you would see a stand being rolled in with a TV on top of it.
Oh, end of term. End of term. Look, you've done your exams.
Then certain lessons, weekly lessons, we used to watch something called How We Used to Live every week, and it was about war times. A family. Yeah, I remember the music.
Was it? Yeah. What was it?
What, the music?
Yeah, sing it.
Da, da, na, 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 da, da. It wasn't words. Da, 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 How We Used to Live, and it was basically a family during war times. And
was it like a history lesson?
Well, it's like a series, a bit like the Sullivans. Do you remember the Sullivans?
Oh my God. Australian program.
Yeah. It was kind of like that, but set in the wartime. So it was just about family living during the war. It was like, you know, someone would, you know, go to the shop and get the rations. It wasn't a documentary or anything like that.
Oh, just like a little program.
Yeah, like a series.
That was the time, Neens, when we had to get up off our sofa to turn the TV off. And we own. Can you imagine
that now? And then we wonder why we're lacking in exercise. We don't even have to get up, do we, nowadays? I mean, we do here, but I mean, lights, people, you know, you can have buttons to shut your curtains, to turn off your lights.
Everything. And even I remember when my mum got an electric tin opener.
Oh, yeah.
That, I think my mum had actually put that on her Christmas list.
Yes, I remember that. We had one of those. It was like a sort of rectangular white thing, and then you'd put.
Yeah. Now it's just got a ring pull that you just open it.
Yeah. Was it by Moulinex?
Moulinex makes things simple, and that includes the price. How
funny! Oh,
honestly,
where do these memories come from? Like literally, but you can't remember. We're going to finish this. And people are going to go, "What did you talk about with Cas today?" I don't know. But yeah,
it's so weird how
like that.
Adverts and school, and having to have. And do you remember when you wore your school tie, or the different ways of wearing it? Whether you'd have it really fat and then with a short bit, or whether you wore it really thin like a bootlace.
And then you used to go around and peanut people.
Oh, what's peanut people?
You used to pull it and then it'd end up being the size of a peanut. No?
Yes. Really tight and you can't undo the knot, and then you're trying to get it off. And then I remember, okay, so I had a royal blue jumper and it was a royal blue tie with a red stripe. And then at Haywards Heath Market, so I worked on the jeans stall where I used to buy my snow wash, white piping, and a boogie belt. Just saying.
You are so cool.
They had royal blue waffle jumpers, okay? And I bought one and wore that instead of my normal royal blue school jumper. All my mates, they were like, Cas, can you get us one? I go, yeah, babes.
Did you get them one?
Yep. We all, and they couldn't say anything because it was a royal blue jumper.
Okay, I've just actually thought of a really good memory. I have actually thought of this. I've been looking at things and then I was like, oh, it's just come to me.
Triggered. Go on.
Tracing paper as loo roll. That bloody paper. It was good for shit. No, it wasn't good for shit.
It wasn't good for shit. It was shit for shit.
Oh my, it was just like, slipped it. Oh no.
And when you had a period at school, trying to
wipe yourself with tracing paper.
It never absorbed anything.
Right, kids of today, think of, what's that cooking paper that you get?
Oh, grease-proof paper.
That's what it's like, wasn't it?
That was what we had to wipe our bits with.
Yeah, and imagine wiping yourself with grease-proof paper.
Not that I ever pooed at school. I don't think I did. I was too scared. Well, actually, we used to smoke in the toilet, so it was quite good. We could go for a poo, have a fag, and no one would know.
Is that what you used to do?
We were terrible.
Yeah, I smoked it. Well, no. I used to go in there and have a little puff or two.
Yeah, not good. No. I remember 6 of us hiding in one toilet at the end of because we didn't want to go to maths, and the maths teacher walked in. It was like a plume of, it was like a smoke machine had been off in this toilet, and she was going, I know you're in here, girls, and we were going, no, we're not. I can smell you.
Oh, how funny.
Do you remember as well, Neens? Boys used to do, actually I did woodwork. Girls used to do typing.
Yeah, I did typing. And then you used to get the little Tipex papers. If you've made a mistake, you press
it in.
You press one backspace and then do exactly the same letter that you did.
I love a typewriter. Love the noise of it.
Actually, talking of Tipex, you used to put it on your nails as well, thinking that you had white nail varnish. And that white nail varnish looked good all for about 4 seconds. And then you couldn't get it off.
And then you put Tipex on your books.
Tipex remover.
Oh. And then you used to get a Tipex thinner that you could pour into your Tipex to make it thinner.
Tipex thinner, yes. I remember people, and I actually didn't do this, but I remember people going off to sniff it because they thought they could get high.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No. Did you?
No.
No, me neither. But even blackboards now, I mean, talk about a total turnaround. We have gone from blackboards with white chalk to whiteboards with coloured pens. I mean, it's so different. And actually now it's probably just screens, isn't it?
Well, now it's probably like a PowerPoint presentation.
Or when a teacher used to roll it down, you'd written something like knob, and then they'd pull the blackboard down and then knob would reel up on the, do you know what I mean? Because it was just on a constant roller, wasn't it? And then we used to do get tissue paper and then we'd
wet it.
Make it into a round ball and then flick it at the board so it would stick.
It would flick it. We used to do it. Mr. Flynn, that was our history teacher. Sorry, Mr. Flynn. We used to see if we can flick it his glasses. So if we can get it on his glasses, and then we get it at the ceiling as well.
We were quite nasty, weren't we? Really, as kids.
We were, but it wasn't like stabbings or shootings.
Do you remember ever having a ball in a sock?
No. What, hitting people?
No, you used to do it up against a wall. So you'd have a ball in a long sock, and then you just go. You used to do like Archie ball, king of the Jews, bought his wife, a pair of shoes, when the shoes. No, okay, just
do you know what we you know what we should do at Ransom Big Pants weekend? This is what I sometimes do, Neens, is I play, if I'm doing an outside like game with the adults, we play like it to warm up with adults, or stuck in the mud where you just like run under each other's arms, that kind of stuff. Play games.
Stuck in the mud, I haven't heard of that for ages.
I love stuck in the mud.
Stuck in the mud.
Did you used to take, we had school shoes and I had at home shoes, And then I used to take my at-home shoes, put them in my school bag, roll my skirt up to like a pelmet, and then put my at-home shoes and walk to school in there.
Brilliant.
And also, we could smoke because one, there wasn't like without your parents knowing, because there was no social media, so nobody would be taking a picture of you.
Yeah, I know.
And mum didn't drive then, and my dad was at work, so nobody really saw us. It was so bad.
Yeah, but we did it. What about getting a new fountain pen?
Oh my God.
And
Fountain pen.
And then the new cartridges.
Love. And then you click and you push the
that sensation of, you're right, click, it's in, and then it unfortunately leaks everywhere.
I love you. All over your school bag, all
you
over
remember
your school
getting a new
books.
fountain pen though.
I love a fountain pen.
And then you'd get a pencil that you'd sharpen both ends, so it'd eventually be about that big, and you'd try writing with that. Yeah,
loved it.
I know. And your mum would be like, have you got one? Do you remember the pencil sharpeners with the windy things?
You could get them on the desk.
Yeah,
in your
you
school.
put it in, didn't you? And then bring the thing out and clasp it.
And it was on the teacher's desk.
Yes.
And you could do, Miss, can I just sharpen a pencil? You've just done it. Oh no, but it needs it again now, Miss. So just say.
And the satisfaction, Cas, as well, when you would get, like literally, you'd see the teacher reach for a little star, lick it, and put it in your book.
Oh, I love that. No,
Do you
never got
get
that.
your book back and it'd have stars in it.
Oh
that wouldn't happen very often, I can't lie.
Yeah.
But
Did you enjoy school names?
Yeah, I didn't mind school at all. Didn't mind
No.
it. When you're there, you absolutely hate it. When you look back now and you think, well, I didn't have bills to pay, I didn't have responsibilities, I didn't have kids. All that mattered was, if I got stuck with, the ugly boy at the school disco and had to maybe give him a kiss.
Which you did.
Obviously. If you're watching, I'm sorry I referred to you as ugly. You know who you are. Yeah. Honestly, there's so many memories we could talk about. We need to talk about adverts.
Oh, Cadbury's Flake advert. I used to video that so I could sing it.
Cadbury's Flake.
Only the crown
flakiest
chocolate. Taste
like chocolate, never
tasted before. Okay, that's the next one. Love adverts.
We're doing adverts. We are definitely doing adverts.
Next one.
Again back and put the freshness back.
Do the shaking back and put the freshness back. If your cup is not fresh, you remain too. Every time you hoover, remember what to do. Do the shaking back.
You know the 12-inch version. That's brilliant. Right. As always, thank you for watching us to waffle on. If you enjoy what we do, please tell your friends, tell your family, tell whoever, and let them know that we are here doing Laugh, Wind and Perspire. As always, we are available on YouTube and all good podcasts. And as Cas is clearly highlighting, please subscribe just
middle fingers.
or there. Thank you. Bye-bye.